What is going on, everybody? Dennis the Menace here, and welcome back to my channel. So a lot of you know that subscribe to the channel and keep up with my my stuff. I have actually been cutting and polishing really cool pieces of agatized coral lately, and a lot of people have been asking, you know, how do you polish them, whatever. So I wanted to just do a quick video and show the process of how I polish, but as a twist, I recently acquired a piece of Agatized Dinosaur bone, so I'm going to practice on that. So I will show you guys the entire process. I'm going to use the same thing, the same way I do it with coral. So stay tuned and check this out right here. I'm going to make this thing as short as possible, but I do have a lot of stages to go through. Let me actually show you what I'm working with here. This is the piece of dinosaur bone here, and you can see inside the pores of the bone, you know, it's so old and pressurized and was subjected to minerals there. They're actually agatized. It's a pretty cool little piece, but you can see the reds and the blues in it. It's gonna look super cool once it's done. All those colors are gonna pop. It just looks, let me put water on here. You'll see the difference. See, when I wet it, it looks completely different. So we're going to try to make it where all those colors just pop naturally. So, but this is what I'm working with here. Got my buddy's grinder here, and it is ran by air. It's a Gießen. Pretty cool little grinder. It's got the spot there where you can put the pads there, and I'll show you that in a second. But it is ran by air, and then it has, you see, it's got a hose here connected to the water hose, and it actually has water that comes out the middle. That middle hole right there, the water comes out of. So this is the actual pads here. It's a 9-stage process from 50 grit. And you got 100 grit, 200 grit, 400 grit, 800 grit. I can't see what that one is. I imagine it's 1600. That one either, but that's the next one. And you can see there's just the little pads here. They're pretty cool. They're color coded. And then it goes, you got 10,000 grit, and then the last one is a buffer. That's a buffer here. It says buff. I believe he said it was 50,000 grit though, but that's what it looks like. Want to keep these things in order too, because like you see, some of them don't always show the number on them, and if you get them out of order, then you're kind of in trouble. But stay tuned, man. This thing is so small that I'm actually gonna have to mount. This is the clamp here that I have set up. I'm actually gonna have to mount the grinder in here and just hold the piece down with my fingers on top of it, but you'll see how I'm talking about. But stay tuned, we're gonna get started right here. Alright, now you can see how I kind of position this grinder in between these clamps here. You know, because that piece is so small, I can't put that piece in there. There's no way to hold it. So, but got it set up, got the water running out of it. You're gonna start with the lowest number grit, because obviously that's the roughest grit, which would be 50 grit in this case. And you're just going to want to take that top layer off. That way you get a good smooth, you know, polish on there. And then you're going to work your way up through these different levels. And you'll be buffing at the end. But you want to make sure that you get all the scratches from the previous stage of buffing out of there as you go. But I'll show you along the way. And actually, we have an air hose over here too that I spray it off with. That way you can see, you know, if you can see scratch marks in there. So stay tuned. We're about to get started right here. All right. want to apply a pretty good amount of pressure while you're doing this. Alright, we're done with the 50 grit here. It's wet, so it already kind of looks polished, but it's definitely not polished yet. But definitely you can see the layer that I took off the top. This stuff looks crazy, man. I can't wait to get this thing polished. But we are going on to the next stage. That was the 50 grit. I always flip those over with the color side up. That way, whenever you're done with it, it just goes back in the same order. You want to make sure you do that the same way. Now we're going to do the 100 grit. Just put that thing on there, and we're going to let it rip. So, I will get back. I don't know if I'm going to come back after every stage we do, but I'm going to be right back. Stay tuned. One thing you're going to want to remember is while you're polishing this and you're pushing it down on this pad right here while it's going, you're going to want to move it around. Move it around like that while you're doing this thing, while this thing's spinning. That way you don't get lines in it. You know, you want to keep it moving. Flip it, keep it moving again. Same thing with the coral. Coral's the same way. You want to apply pressure. That way it gets a really good polish in there. So, but stay tuned. I'm on 800 grit right now. I'm not going to stop everything. I'm not going to stop in between every layer and show you. But this thing is looking nice already. And like I said, we're only on 800 grit. So stay tuned. And as soon as I'm done here, I got 4 more layers after this to do. And I will be right back and show you, because this thing is already showing a shine to it. But like I said, it's kind of hard to see now because it's wet. So I'm going to finish this thing up and dry it off. Stay tuned. Try to show you what it looks like from the top up here while you're doing it. You want to keep it moving. Make sure you get it all the way to the edge as close as you can so you get a good polish. Keep it as flat as possible. Alright, I had to step away from the noise for a second while I'm thinking about it. I'm almost done. I got 3 more stages. I'm about to start the, actually I got 2 more stages. Yep, 2 more stages. And I'm about to start the 10,000 grit here now. But while I had a second, I just want to let everybody know that my buddy, his name is Taylor. I'm going to put a link in the description for his page. He actually has a lot of this stuff. And he has cabs made. He's got some made into necklaces. Like he's got the jewelry with the bail on it where you can put it on a necklace. He's got some pieces with the necklace already on it. But some really cool pieces. So whenever you have a chance, check that out. Like I said, I'm definitely going to put a link to his page down in the description below. But check this out real quick. You can see already that it's starting to get a shine to it, but it's going to get way better whenever it's done because I haven't even buffed it yet. But check that out. It's already getting the shine to it. You can see the clouds already. But you can see how the colors are coming out, the blues and the reds. Looking pretty sweet now. Like I said, I haven't even hit it with the 10,000 grit yet though. So it's gonna get better. Oh, look at that. You can already see the clouds. It's wild. Stay tuned, we're almost there. Alright man, finally done. Like I said, that thing is a 9-stage process. with all of those different grits to grind down. So I like to do them about 5 minutes per stage, and I did both sides, so it was about 45 minutes per side to polish this thing down. So it took me about an hour and a half to do both sides. But check this out, check this out. This is the finished product. There we go. That's the finished product there. And look at the shine that I got. Oh man, it's crazy. There you can see the trees. It's wild. The other side's the same way. Actually see the palm limbs. The sun went away, but super cool. Brought out the colors. You see the reds, the blues, even got some whites in here. Super cool piece. I actually did a little trading of some agatized coral for this piece here, but this is my first piece of dinosaur bone. Pretty cool. I love the reds and blues. Super nice piece. But there you have it. I ran through the process pretty good for you there. If you have any questions, comment down below. Ask me questions. I don't mind. Questions do not bother me at all. I respond to people as fast as possible. So, man, if you have any questions, man, let me know. Like I said, I do the coral the same exact way with the agatized coral whenever we do the polishing on those. And it always comes out really good. But stay tuned for the next video. Check out my buddy's channel, or not his channel, but his Facebook page, if you are interested in buying any of this material here, because he has more of it. And it's really cool. Like I said, he's actually got the jewelry and stuff made out too. So hit him up. His name's Taylor. Stay tuned for the next video. I don't know if I'm going to have another one out before our plans at the end of this month here, but we got some really cool plans at the end of this month. So stay tuned, and hopefully we don't die or something, but we're stepping off the edge on this one. But stay tuned. See ya.